But there was one performance this year that stunned me. It sank its hooks in my heart. Not because it was good. There was nothing good about it. But it was effective and it did its job. It made its intended audience laugh.
Said, I don't remember. He's going like, I don't remember. Maybe that's what I said.
Yeah, that was Meryl Streep at the Golden Globes back in 2017. Felt like the world stopped for a minute, didn't it? She was, of course, talking about the moment Donald Trump appeared to mock a disabled reporter on the campaign trail.
It kind of broke my heart when I saw it, and I still can't get it out of my head because it wasn't in a movie. It was real life. This instinct to humiliate, when it's modeled by someone in the public platform, by someone powerful, it filters down into everybody's life because it kind of gives permission for other people to do the same thing.
And Trump's response? Well, he didn't address the substance of her argument, the part about empathy, about responsibility. He just attacked the messenger.
Meryl Streep, one of the most overrated actresses in Hollywood, doesn't know me, but attacked last night at the Golden Globes. She is a Hillary flunky who lost big.
Today, a U.S. Navy destroyer fired warning shots at fast-approaching Iranian naval ships. So, of course, our president-elect tweeted about how overrated Meryl Streep is. That's right, people are still buzzing about Meryl Streep's speech last night at the Golden Globes, where she took direct aim at Donald Trump, calling him a bully. And, of course, Trump responded in a tweet saying that Streep is, quote, one of the most overrated actresses in Hollywood. This was actually good news for Meryl, because most overrated actress in Hollywood was literally the only award she hadn't won yet. Want to see real acting today? Like, just watch the Republican Congress.
Well, you the one talking about.
I think your fake eyelashes are messing up.
No,
what you're
ain't
reading.
nothing.
Hold on. And everything's gonna be okay for the next 4 years.
Disrespect invites disrespect. Violence incites violence. You and all of us in this room really belong to the most vilified segments in American society right now. Think about it. Hollywood, foreigners, and the press.
And that was the story, right? A Hollywood A-lister versus the president-elect, a battle of words. But here's the thing we're going to talk about today. What if that speech, that warning, wasn't just about a moment of mockery on TV?
It is Hollywood anyway. It's just a bunch of people from other places. I was born and raised and educated in the public schools of New Jersey. Viola was born in a sharecropper's cabin in South Carolina. And Dev Patel was born in Kenya, raised in London, and is here for playing an Indian raised in Tasmania. So Hollywood is crawling with outsiders and foreigners. And if we kick them all out, you'll have nothing to watch but football and mixed martial arts, which are not the arts.
Let's talk about Trump's immigration policy. Just days after taking office, the first travel ban was signed. Chaos at airports, families split apart, and people with valid visas being denied entry. The justification was national security, but the execution felt cold. It felt exactly like what Streep had warned about, the powerful using their position in a way that seemed to lack a fundamental empathy for the people it affected. She warned us about the instinct to humiliate, and then we saw it play out in real time. We saw the lives turned upside down. A student's future suddenly erased. A father barred from seeing his own children. Can you imagine a more crushing display of power? A policy that felt completely detached from the human lives it was shattering.
I am the most overrated and most over-decorated actress who likes football of my generation.
So where was the empathy then? The administration defended it as the letter of the law. But policies are choices. The choice was made to separate families as a deterrent. The choice was made to implement a policy that inflicted maximum emotional distress on the most vulnerable. Was this what she was warning us about? A loss of decency filtering down from the top, becoming official government policy?
You don't have an option. You have to stand up, speak up, act up.
Just a quick note before we continue. It's important for us that you know everything we're covering here. All the clips, the details are based on publicly available news reports and media, and we are following YouTube's community guidelines. If you appreciate this kind of detailed commentary, now is a perfect time to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss what's coming next. We'd love to have you.
If we live through this precarious moment, if his catastrophic instinct to retaliate doesn't lead us to nuclear winter, we will have much to thank this president for, because he will have woken us up to how fragile freedom really is.
It's easy to dismiss celebrities, to say stick to acting. Trump did it himself. Streep was asking the country and its leaders to feel empathy. And in the years that followed, through policies that targeted immigrants, asylum seekers, and desperate families, the administration showed its answer. So when you look back at that Golden Globe speech, it becomes more than just an actress versus a president. It becomes a question about the very soul of a country, a question of whether empathy is a weakness or the most essential strength a leader can have. Meryl Streep gave her answer. Donald Trump, through his policies, gave his.
His whisperers will have alerted us to the potential flaws in our balance of power in government, to how we've relied on the goodwill and selflessness of previous occupants of the Oval Office, and how quaint notions of custom, honor, and duty compelled them to adhere to certain practices of transparency and responsibility. How easily all of this can be ignored, and how the authority of the executive in the hands of a self-dealer can be wielded against the people and the Constitution and their Bill of Rights. The whip of the executive can, through a Twitter feed, lash and intimidate, punish and humiliate, delegitimize the press and all the imagined enemies with spasmodic regularity and easily provoked predictability.